Now, today let's talk about one of the most important aspects of a tech startup, that is investment. Now, there are two ways of running a tech startup. That is one without investors. That is where you run the entire company by yourself. You own all the risks and responsibilities, and this is called bootstrapping. While on the other hand, you can have investors on board. Now, while both options are great, having an investor has a lot of advantages as they bring to the table their experiences, connections, and cash, of course. They have the ability to build scalable businesses, and they will also save you from committing some naive mistakes early on in the business. Having said that, with investors on board, they might also steer your business into new directions and dimensions that you might not be prepared for, or they might not agree with the way you develop your product. So you have to be ready for these differences. But before we move any further, we need to decide, what do we need the cash for? Do we need the cash because we want to set up a new production line? Do we need it for marketing? Do we need for expansion into a new market? Or is it because we are actually hurting for cash? You need to be confident about why you need the cash for. Now, there is also another important question you need to ask yourself, that is there anything that you need apart from the cash? Do you need a person who is going to invest their time and effort into building and managing your business? Then you're probably looking for a business partner and not an investor. An investor is someone who is simply putting in their money in expectation of return from you and your company. Okay, now let's discuss a simple breakdown of the equity structure I believe works well for most first-time startups. Number one is 10 to 25% for investors. Now, I have seen a lot of startups that give up huge amounts of equity right up front in the initial stages of the business. This is not at all advisable. Depending on the value that the investor and their cash brings in, what are your projections for the near future, and what is the risk of execution? Depending on these three factors, you should decide what is the amount of equity that you should be giving up to the investors. And the next is 60 to 80% for the owners and the team. Now, at least a 60 to 75% of the company shares should be with the owners. A remaining 10 to 20% can be given up for employees, but provided that the vesting and cliff conditions are in place. Now, what does this mean? Now, vesting means that the employees do not get their shares up front, but as a small percentage over the years. And what does cliffs mean? Now, cliffs are a threshold within this vesting period, so that if an employee tries to leave before the cliff period, then they are not entitled to have any shares of the company. In this way, you can ensure that you are giving up your shares of the company to employees that can be most trusted and have given their blood and sweat into building the company. Now, finally, remember that do not be in a hurry to approach large VCs and investors with your product when all that you have is an idea on paper. Initially, focus on building an MVP, achieving a target customer segment, and have your revenue stream flowing. This will get some early stage investors interested by seeing your track record. For this, you need to prepare a short and concrete pitch deck which shows your past track record, which is a reflection of all the work that you have done till date. This will get the early stage investors interested. The pitch deck should be such that it reflects the potential of your product and reflects a strong market research on your part.